Switching gears a little bit, I want to talk about Modern. Grand Prix Lincoln is this weekend, but there's also some PTQs. Right now I'm looking at playing Blue-Red Tron, but that could always change. When Modern first started, the big decks on Magic Online were Storm and Martyr, with some Jund, Affinity, and other aggro decks thrown in. As the format progressed, Storm got hated out, and people started playing decks that actually beat Martyr. Twin and Affinity became pretty big for a while, but were eventually hated out too. At that point, Jund got a bigger following, and decks like Tron and Melira combo popped up. Melira is mostly being played by Magic Online Masters, and for good reason. The Infinite Life combo is basically impossible to execute, but the rest of the deck is very good, although complicated. There are so many different decisions to make each turn, so you have to be familiar with your deck. Court of Calling and Birthing Pod give you tutoring power, but you need to know what you're doing. Some questions to ask yourself for this weekend's PTQs. Can I beat a burn-based aggro deck like Jund, Zoo, or Delver? These types of decks are generally the backup plans for a lot of players, so they'll show up in force. They aren't great, but don't have any terrible matchups. Can I beat a combo deck like Splinter Twin, Melira, or maybe Storm? Most good players will gravitate toward a blue deck or a deck like these. These are the toughest ones to beat and are far more resilient than you probably think. Can I beat a bunch of counterspells and Vendilion clicks? Caw-Blade is picking up steam on Magic Online, and Mono Blue Fairies is a similar deck. These are the decks that push combo out of the environment if you let them. Am I fast enough or disruptive enough to beat Tron? Common Tron hate is stuff like Relic Progenitus, Blood Moon, or Ancient Grudge, but those cards aren't very good against Tron right now. Tron decks aren't overly reliant on their graveyard, don't play many artifacts, and can get around Blood Moon pretty easily. What about Affinity? How's your matchup against Cranial Plating? Personally, I think a powerful deck that can ignore what your opponent's doing will be best this weekend. Tron and Melira are great choices for those reasons. You interact in the early game, but the tide turns very quickly. Soon, they're the ones that have to be reacting to you, but it's usually not enough.